Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a couple of kooky crazy kids in love that love doing some trailer reactions together.
Aww, I love it when he returns to our roots.
And it's Double Trouble Thursday, people.
Woohoo!
This is the first of two reactions we got coming out here for you today. This is something that's actually been on our list for quite a while. We're finally doing it. It's enough. We're gonna have to do this one. All right, Metro Exodus. I don't really know anything about it. It's a new game for us to cover on this channel, so we're gonna check them out. So it says it's the full cinematic movie. We'll see if that's true. Post-apocalyptic world.
Reminds me of Arcane that like he's got to wear the gas mask down there, whereas the kid is not.
Oh yeah, good call.
Whoa!
What the hell?
Come closer, Artyom.
It's like Mad Max. Nice shot.
Yeah. Ooh.
That's gonna like disappear your shoulder.
What a great shot.
No, kid with your doll, stop it.
Tim! Kids with your dolls.
This is crazy.
Zombies? Yeah.
Nice shot.
Oh, they're the fast kind.
Like the World War Z kind. Those are freaky. You're gonna need more than that to like. No, kid with your stupid doll, stop it.
What the hell is that thing? It's the kid he didn't save. That's what I thought it was him as a child, but
Might be right. You put it back upside down.
a memorial of those that were lost, or and why he keeps going out.
He has like a Day of the Dead memorial.
It's by the internationally best-selling novel Metro 2035.
Huh.
Okay.
There's no one out there, Artyom. No one to help us. No one to hear us. If there was, don't you think we'd have found him? This world is dying. We have to accept it.
The emptiness and loneliness of
Only us. Why do you keep going up there? What are you hoping to find? Each time you go out there, I wonder if you'll ever return. The metro is all we have left. And I don't want to die here alone.
What the hell are those things?
Oh, freaky.
Part werewolf. What else?
I don't know, they remind me of something from the movie, but...
There's a world out there, Artyom. I want to dream.
This game is super cheap.
Sun on my face. Fresh air in my lungs. The grass beneath my feet. I'd heard of such things, yet I lived in a world without them. An underground world. I have no recollection of life before the blast.
There's only Metro, nothing else.
Just a girl when the bombs fell.
You were right all along. It's not just Russia out there. It's the whole world.
Could such things exist again? I live in hope.
Your hands slay the enemy's servants with no rest or mercy.
See the people I have to work with here. Complete and utter degradation. We are the government you people deserve.
I'll drown you in your own blood.
So you do understand. There is no other way. Man is a beast. A beast.
Who are those people trying to kill us?
It is strongest who survives.
But don't you see what you're doing to my daughter? Your wife?
You're not saving anyone.
I live in hope. The future is still all I fear.
Parting with my friends was
San
hard.
Francisco?
Like Artyom before, I chose to pursue my wild dream. I see the town that's to become my springboard for a leap across the ocean. And I smell salt in the air. If there really is even a slight chance of me ever getting home, I will find it here. One step at a time.
Ooh, what the hell is that thing? It's got snakes. I hate snakes.
Привет, Vladivostok.
I like this music right now.
sorry, Ed, but I couldn't do it.
What couldn't you do?
I think it was a bomb. I think it was a detonator.
I was an alien in Moscow, and even more so over here, where I had no friends. Tom offered me his hand. So what if that hand could push the button? Another nuclear war won't happen. The old world is already dead. A few more wounds on a corpse. What difference does that make? I don't think any price would be too high for a ticket home. Especially since I'm not the one footing the bill. I hope to see Dad is all I have left. All I've been dreaming of. All these years.
It's a good seat to view things. And the music's pretty. Things didn't go so well.
He's holding the detonator again.
The sound used it.
Definitely looks like a guy who's seen some things. Like, they did a good job doing that like weathered
Yeah.
look on a guy who's just been through hell.
I did what I'd been doing for the last 20 years. Saving the world. The captain sacrificed himself to avoid resurrecting the ghost of nuclear war. I would have gotten my ticket home. But at what cost?
San Francisco was never that cold.
I'm not giving up. I will come home.
very slowly. All right, so what you think?
I'm very curious about the story.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, like, maybe I just didn't grasp everything, or maybe this is one that you have to watch multiple times, or that you don't fully grasp until you do the gameplay, but it felt like there were different scenarios playing out in the San Francisco shot, and I'm not clear as to what that meant or why they were the way they were.
I think that, like, I mean, so, like, the trailer, the video that we saw, so, like, the full cinematic movie, but I think it was just, like, the trailers for it that kind of tell, so I don't think this is actually, like, the full cinematic movie from, like, the game itself. From what I understood, and I don't think it was a lot that I understood, these scenarios probably set up, like, the beginning of the game, like, so the choice, like, what path do you want to take?
One thing I was struck by, and I'm kind of always struck by it when I see it in games or movies, is just, and you said it throughout, was the desolation of seeing well-known cities abandoned. I have friends who were in New York who talk about how that happened during the first year of the pandemic, when things just, like, Times Square was empty, and how eerie and freaky that is. And it is all those things. It gives you sort of this chill to see cities not with people in them. At the same time, there is a part of me that goes, as I'm looking at, like, the greenery overtaking the San Francisco Bridge, I'm like, but that is kind of pretty that, like, nature is taking over and whatnot. So, I don't know, this has nothing to do with the game at all. More just an observation that I was just like, I always am struck by that feeling that I get when I see those kinds of scenarios, because it's both simultaneously really freaky to see them without people, and also really beautiful to see nature taking over again and healing in the wake of no people. So I don't know.
The loneliness of it all was very palpable, and, like, I mean, you know, just the fact of, like, being in this empty city, it was something that you definitely could feel just from watching these trailers, and I thought that was good. Sam was different than the first guy. The guy at the end was different than the guy in the beginning, right? The guy at the beginning was Artyom. Artemis?
I'm so bad with names. I'm so unreliable.
Artyom, I think, was his name, and but, like, he had, like, a cool friend, cool partner that, like, was awesome with the shot and everything. Like, he was the guy that was going through the nightmare with, like, his
Possibly younger self.
Yeah,
what was that? I have so many questions about that. But it does seem to have kind of, like, a little bit of everything. Like, you have the post-apocalyptic end of the world. You have zombies. You have this sort of futuristic, urban, maybe sort of hellscape, because you have to wear a gas mask, and there are freaky children with dolls who do terrible things. I mean, it was, you know, it kind of has a lot to offer. Our lack of being fully hooked from the trailer is not a lack of the good graphics and potential of the trailer, but more just in the they didn't tell the story in a complete enough way for me to hook into it. And so, like, if I knew that, like, oh, that was his younger self, or that was the child that he failed to save, and, like, these were the different scenarios that have played out in his head and tortured him about that day, or, you know, whatever it is, I'd probably be way more hooked in than just seeing a dude with a gas mask and a kid with a doll, and the doll does freaky things, because every time the kid touches the doll, they're in, like, this new end of the world scenario. Like, I'm more removed from
it's
that.
You know, it's a Russian doll, so every time you take the doll, there's, like, you know, a little tinier doll, and so it goes, like, deeper and deeper into his subconscious, and then until finally we're at, like, the one little tiny, the one at the end, which is when he was the kid running away, and the monsters were coming in, like, that's how, like, what started his journey.
So this is that Leo DiCaprio movie?
Oh, Inception?
Yeah.
No, it's not Inception, but I think...
It's like the doll, and you just go further and further, just like a dream, you go further and further.
Well, that's probably, that's kind of how I saw it, but I mean, who knows?
I'm mocking you a little bit because I'm your wife and I love you, but, like, that's actually a really good interpretation that I hadn't thought of.
Alright then. Sure. Thanks so much for checking out our reaction for Metro Exodus, all the cinematics for that, and all the cinematic trailers, I should say, for those, and just keep in mind that our reaction
is definitely not definitive.